and their death metal. Wrathrone from Finland has existed now for a decade, and it's time for their second album called Reflections of Torment. Without further ado, let's take a look at this death metal release. This band released its first album kind of a self-financed or with a weird deal from Inverse Records, which is familiar in Finland for interesting deals. Sometimes they're self-financed, sometimes they're not, but this one is released from Russian label Satanath Records and in collaboration with The Void Records or something in that direction. Here is the booklet. As you can see, this is filled with nasty images and also the lyrics. Now, music-wise, this is a trip to the 1990s. That is the melodic type of death metal, which, you know, reminds of bands such as Dismember, even early Amorphis, and maybe some Entombed included. By melodic death metal, I don't mean bands like, you know, early In Flames, Dark Tranquillity and all that Gothenburg style, but, you know, death metal, the 90s was all about, at least in the Nordic countries. Now, Wrathrone is basically doing everything just fine. There are no killer tracks, however, and there are no kind of a memorable moments, well, except maybe a single riff here and there. For example, the last track, which I now must double check, By Dawn They'll Hang, what a cool title, by the way. There's this really cool melodic riff that kind of starts the song. Unfortunately, that is only a rare exception to this rule where everything is just nice but not exactly great. Now, Wrathrone is doing their music, you know, in kind of a standards in their mind. That is, everything on this album is kind of done with a sort of passion and understanding for the subgenre here. There are no weird tracks or parts that, you know, wouldn't fit the music, but then again, sometimes it feels like everything is not maybe totally in place. I mean, there's a lot of potential here, but some of these riffs seem like they're a little bit unfinished. Unfinished by, what I mean by that is the sense that they could be, you know, a little bit better, and then there would be these kind of killer riffs. The kind of a riffs that, you know, would actually make this album worth your while. Now, vocal-wise, basic rolling, nothing exceptional, but nothing bad either. It's delivering the message and it's doing it good. And now, there's no big complaints on my behalf about this album. It just lacks the something, you know, which I call the magic touch to make it really, really superb album. Now, this is just like one of those nice but no cigar kind of albums. Melodic death metal, the 1990s ways, and no more, no less. Thank you for watching this review, and as always, should you have any comments, questions, whatever, drop them on the comments field below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it so far. Wrathrone out, Rauta out, literally speaking. See ya!